Welcome to Attican Plays Pharaoh, A New Era. Alright, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 2, Episode 5 of our playthrough of the Pharaoh, A New Era Cleopatra missions. And we're on the third mission in the Cleopatra series called Seti in the Valley. So we've done Tutmos in the Valley. I guess it would be Tut in the Valley. I would think of it as Tut. And Seti in the Valley. So we're going right back to Deir el-Medina. Tomb for a Pharaoh. Okay, so this one is going to make us do a little more work in terms of the city itself. So we have to have, 12 spacious manors. All right. Population of 3,000, 12 spacious manors, a bit of culture, excellent prosperity and kingdom rating, and a large royal burial tomb. All right. So let's see what this guy. They just keep getting them, his tombs just keep getting bigger.
Our most powerful pharaoh, Seti, son of Ramses I, has declared that the present is the proper time to begin to prepare for his journey into the afterlife. To this end, you will begin the excavation of his royal tomb in the Valley of the Kings. No effort is to be spared by your workers in its preparation. Proper measures must be taken to ensure that, when completed, its craftsmanship will be unrivaled for many years to come. But, as construction on this royal project proceeds, take due precautions against vandals. Already there have been reports of bands of greedy criminals intent on enriching themselves by defiling the tombs and disturbing the peace of Egypt's eternally resting pharaohs. Do not let this unholy act disgrace the royal tombs in the valley, or as sure as the sun rises in the east, your standing in the kingdom will be smirched.
All right, so a lot to take in there. We do not want to be smirched, so we'll think about guarding our tomb. So let's see what we've got here. Let me look at this again. 3,000, 12 spacious manors, 40 culture, not bad. Pretty high prosperity, kingdom rating, and a large royal tomb. Okay, so the thing about the prosperity is that if we have 12 spacious manors, we will get that prosperity. As long as we have a decent economy. And if we don't have a decent economy, we've lost already, right? We'll just go broke. It's just that simple. You have to have the economy. You have to make money in this game or you can't survive. So, first thing we want to do is figure out money. And let's just see what we've got to work with. Looks like everything, we don't have bridges. and we can't delete. I would love to be able to delete that, but it is permanently there. That all this water is just in the way. And you can see the differences between this and the other Valley of the King maps is that we have, well, we've got this coming out there. Don't know if we're going to use that, but we've got another place to put something like a dock or fishing or something. And we've got, but we've got these ditches that have been dug all through this. This used to be this big, beautiful canvas that you could paint on, and now it's just chopped up into these little chunks. And so it's definitely made it harder. Now we've got the Kingdom Road. I can tell you, we're going to enter from here. People are going to come from down here. But we've already got the connection that goes all the way over to this side. So I guess my first question is, do we need this side? And we'll figure that out in a second. Well, here, I think we just answered that question. We have fishing. Let's see where the fish are, okay? It's very important to know where the fish are. Nothing down here. There, look at that. There they are, right up there. All the hot spots for fishing are there. So yes, if we're going to fish, we need this side so that we can put fishing wharfs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, maybe 7. So the fishing wharfs right through here will do extremely well and bring in a lot of food because they're close to the fish. The whole thing with fishing, and I've heard people badmouth fishing before, and I don't get it. Fishing is like hunting. If you can get close to the spawn point, then the boat gets there quickly, loads up, gets back, and as long as you have it set up efficiently so they can unload quickly and get back out, you will get a lot of fish. If you go down here, just because there's a lot of places where you maybe could put, like here and here. If you went down here, but all your fish are way up here, your fishing's going to pretty much suck. So it would work, but it would be very, very poor. So we need to decide for fishing. All right. And we have the temple complex to Ra already in place, and we have this temple to Ra, which to me is just completely redundant. I'm not sure why there's a temple there as well. And the weird no, he's not staffed. Okay. Let's see. What else is there? All right, well, let's go on down here. We've got dock and the usual stuff for distribution. Now, what can we make? We got a shipwright that we need that for our fishing boats. Brickworks. We can make bricks, linen, beer, and pottery, but we don't have clay pits. Now, let's see, farming, I skipped that. Pomegranate. So we got pomegranate and fish. We have flax for linen, barley for beer, good. And the fishing wharfs. Okay. We just did that. The gods are... Ra is our patron god. We already have a complex to Ra, so as long as we get that up and running, Ra will not be a problem, and he will help us with our kingdom rating. He will allow us to have more trade with our trade partners, and occasionally we'll get 50% bonuses on our export prices. Tremendous. Osiris for good harvest, and then Tar might even be able to help us out with some stuff on our money. Okay, and we do have military. We have an archer fort and recruiter. We can't do bows. We don't have an academy, so we just want a kind of a bare bones minimum army, it sounds like, and that's probably has to do with the Tomb Raiders. That's probably how we handle the Tomb Raiders. Okay, here we have our rest of our production would be lamps, where we need oil and pottery. We can't make clay. We're going to need a lot of clay imports. Paint, but we can't farm henna, so we're going to have to import henna to make paint. And we've got our artisans and our stonemasons and our work camps, and then we've got a very large royal burial tomb. Let's go up here and figure out where the entrance is. And you can see it's up there to the northeast, or the upper right side there. And this thing cannot be rotated, so it's going to have to go either up in here or over here, and this is much more likely. I guess there's nothing over there. Okay, so it's got to be here somewhere. It's got to be. Well, let's flatten this. Maybe we can see a little bit better. There, right there, it'll go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 spots where it'll go. We might as well take the one closest to work. So there we go, or to the green grass. So that's the closest one we've had yet. We had Tutmos here, King Tut here, and now Seti will go here. And it's a large one, which will be significantly more work, but it's going to be nice and close, so cool. So we'll have something set up for that. All right, let's go ahead. Look on down here. The entertainment, we've got the usual with a Senate. Usual decorations. Now, key thing, what can we trade? Mend the fur, buys linen, there we go. Oil, we don't care. They will sell grain, we can go with that. These will probably be burial provisions, we'll see. We'll definitely have to have papyrus to evolve our houses. We don't have papyrus makers or reeds, so we're going to have to import papyrus at some point as we get more advanced. We can sell figs, which means nothing. Jewelry means nothing. We don't have jewelers. We can buy some more grain. We can buy straw. Okay, we do have brickwork, so we can buy straw. Sawu would sell us oil. We have to have the oil. We can buy beer. We can buy linen. Or no, they buy beer and linen. That's great. Those are 2 things we want. So we want that one, beer and linen. We want beer here. Thinness will buy beer. So that's 4,000 beer. And they will sell us clay. Excellent. Wasset will sell us clay. Excellent. And they'll buy paint. Cargo Oasis will sell us figs and here we go. Henna. Cargo Oasis will sell us the henna. So we're going to be wanting that to get our paint. And what we could do is import the 2,500 each year, have 5 henna, 2 to support the monument, and 3 to support the 1,500 exports. So we'll buy henna, sell paint, and then use the rest of it on the tomb. That sounds good. That's what they sell. Okay, they buy fish. We probably won't be trading away our fish. We very well could be trading away bricks. We may well be making bricks. It just depends on how it works out with the clay, with the clay and the pottery, because we got to have clay for the tomb. You got to have clay for the pottery. Probably, I would lean toward not making bricks, even though we could do. Wow, it looks like we could export a bunch of them, but I think if we get too heavy into bricks, we're going to regret it. I would prefer exporting some paint, exporting beer for sure, beer and linen. See, that's 4,000 beer. It's 1,500 linen, and I think there's another one here. Yep, 1,500. So we can do 3,000 linen. That's 6 businesses right there, and we can do 4,000 beer. That's 8 businesses. There we go. There's our plan. Export beer and linen. Okay. All right. So how do we want to do this? Okay. Well, first thing I wanted to, kind of pay respect to more of the old Pharaoh Heaven crowd. And there was a guy called Grumpus the Elder. He had his own site called Which Way to Thebes. And if I used the Senator working blocks a lot, that pales to how much Pharaoh I played using Grumpus's block. I mean, I wore it out because it was the first one I really learned how to use. And this is back before, I have to say, before I really understood the game. And I think I have a reasonable understanding of the game now. And I wore that thing out. But I have to tell you, too, now that I understand the game, that's what our crooked straight is. Our crooked straight is a Grumpus block. It's just not shaped the same way. Because his whole idea was you have this kind of straight line that mimics a block. It looks like it's like a rectangular block, but it really isn't. It's just a straight line. And so I have renamed the crooked straight to be the Grumpus block in his honor. So we now have our Grumpus blocks, and I actually think that what I want to use is a Grumpus block over here because they are so great. Those little crooked straights, Grumpus, whatever you want to call them, they take a very small footprint, and we can have room to set up our fishing over here on this side of the river. Then over on this side of the river, I think we could actually potentially put an actual Grumpus. I don't know. Now we'll put a what we call a Grumpus block, our straight line block. It'll be right here, and then we'll use that to maybe have our dock right here. We'll have the ship right over here, recruiting from this. Set up fish, and that's actually down the road. Right now, we want to have dock, some decent storage capability, and a recruiting block, and be able to make our flax and our barley, or our flax and our barley, whichever way it works out, and get that going. So that's our step one, is to establish those industries, and water or that's fine. And the water or land, the land trader is going to come from down here. So that means that he'll just be able to walk up here, grab the beer. I think that was what we were exporting by land, wasn't it? Let's see, that was water. Sawu, beer and linen are both can both go out by land. So we have both land and water trade for beer and linen. So that's cool. All right. So we can forego this for a while. That's good, because we don't want to spend the time or money setting up blocks that we don't absolutely need at this moment. I think I'd like to keep our Grumpus block up this way. So 1, 2. I'd like to have it coming like this and be. I'd love to. We could just use this road, but I'd really prefer if we had Decoration House Road like this. Even if we have to blow this up and start over with it, and just scoot this up here. If we don't, no, it's going to be too far away, isn't it? If we have a dock right here, and we're going to have to, let me see. The dock can go over here like this. All right, yeah, just do it. And the road can go like this and then up, because I definitely want it to be a loop, not a straight line recruiting deal. So if we kill that, this is no good. Go here, go over one more. There we go. Now it's a true loop, and we can put architect and fire in. Okay, so we have it. So well, it's not a loop yet, but you can see how it would be one. All right, so if it came up, let's do it just like we did Tut. I like that. Let's go up here. 1, 2, 3. Come in like this. So this will come down. You'll go like this, and then you'll go over. Now, clay pits don't matter, so let's just leave space, little room, so we can go out to farm and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Kill.
I found this on the web.
Thank you, Siri. And then let's make sure we have 15 in here. 15, we'll put the road right there. There, that's a nice big storage block. Okay. And then if we put our workers block, similar to Tut, where we kind of have it off of this, and we could have a nice big block here. Oh, yeah. This works. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so the road would be here. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like this. And it would come around. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, and down. Now, the reason I was going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 is I want to leave room for storage yards here, and then have the industry, and then industry like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to have tons of room for industry like this. And this doesn't even need to be that gigantic. I mean, this is, how big is this right here? If this had 20 in it like that, and then came up like that, you could put a ton. I mean, that would hold, say 10, 20, 30, 40 plus industries right there. That's all we need. All we need. And then these roads could be used to go out to the farming maybe, or I could just say, okay, we'll get rid of them for now. They're bothering me. All right, so here's our dock, storage, industries near our storage, and we'll cook them up a little bit more so they're more convenient to one another, and go like that. So we have 2 separate blocks, but they're close enough to each other that we won't need redundant storage out here. We can just throw our storage on over here. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll need to be able to recruit somewhere on this and somewhere on this, right? It would be fine if we came up like this and over to here. Actually, that would work just fine. What if we had a house, decoration, house, and house like that, and then you connected like this, and then you went to, let's get rid of that, and you go 1, 2, like that. So now you can recruit for this block, and you can recruit for this block, and then we just run a nice little grumpus down through here. We'll cut it off right right there and right there. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll come down 25. So this is 1920. We could actually make it a little bit longer if we wanted to. Why don't we do that? Why don't we, let's delete this. And let's come down let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 21 down this way. So right there would be our endpoint for this block. So we'd have a block like this, okay? And this is going to be our workers block to do our dock and our industries. Beautiful. I think I'm liking this. And then we'll have it come out, and we can use some space down here to store, to put in some entertainment schools and some storage of food and you know, bring some beer, pottery, whatever over for the houses. And then I'll tell you what I want to do with this in just a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that up. We're going to need that one going. So we're going to want a water supply. Let's see, fire, architect, fire. Architect, fire. We'll eventually have a dentist, police. Why don't we? Yeah, let's do police. We may or may not totally build this one up. We'll see. Police. Leave room for a dentist. Put in a physician. Okay. And then, so we've got, and we can even staff this temporarily from down here, right? Now, having said that, I wish I had a house like right there. Wish I had a house like right there, he said. Wish I had a house right there. So now I'm going to kill this, and we'll kill that. There's no reason to have that tomb or that whatever you call that. So now this should have no problem coming down here. 11. No issues with coming down here and recruiting, so that we can keep an architect so this thing doesn't fall down, and we have a staff so we get credit for it, and Rob will be very happy. Now, we're not really using it to its full potential, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that later. All right, so we should be able to staff this from down here, and that puts housing, but actually puts some housing right here, and it puts housing right here. And probably bazaar, school, mortician. Let's put a god right there, which would be, we'll put Osiris right there. And we'll put Ta. I think we'll put Ta on this corner. Pretty this up a little bit, because this will be a little bit ugly right here. And so they got water, healthcare. Oh, we got to put back the fire and architect. Architect. Actually, I'm going to put them on the end. We're going to put architect and fire here. Fire here. We'll put the bazaar can go there. Bazaar, school, mortuary, something like that. It doesn't make a lot of difference. Let that run for just a second. Okay, get rid of those error messages. All right, so here's our first block. And if we have space for a, okay, the dentist can go there. We're not going to put it in yet. If we have 3 spaces reserved for a courthouse, 1, 2, 3, then we can go ahead and put all the housing we want to in here. 1, like that. Okay, bazaar, school, mortician. So we can put one more that way. And then we can go ahead and put them in here. Entertainment for this may come out and wrap around here like this. We'll see. Or it may come down here. We don't know. It doesn't matter. It's very flexible. We can do whatever we want with it. Here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, tax collector. We need tax collector. So that's probably it for that block. Okay. And we could take the tactic we did in earlier playthroughs where we fill it up with housing and then delete them later. There's nothing wrong with that either. All right. Now, are we going to find that that's enough labor? Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 or 15, 16. That's about 17 or 18 houses. That's pretty good. But it's not, I don't know if it's enough. All right. We may actually do this side. No. Yes. We may actually do this side just to have the recruiting capability, right? To grow our population. So what if we said that the shipwright's going to go right there? So 1, 2, you'd have to come up like this. Let me see something here. Shipwright. He can go over here like that. In fact, that's where he has to go. So you would want to get rid of this, I think. The shipwright would be these 3 come up here like this. You're going to be able to touch that and then come down like this and over and up and around like that, okay? In order to be able to have a recruiting loop for this, to make it into a loop. And I'm seeing the fish don't need, fishing wharf doesn't need fire or architect, but we're going to put at least one storage yard here that will need both. So let's go ahead and set up our road for this. It's assuming fish, okay? So we got here and here. I don't think one goes there. No. The next one would be these 1, 2, 3 right here. So like this. And go like that. And we can put one more right there. So what if this came up like that? Yeah, what if it did? And what if this got deleted a little bit? And we ran this thing back. I mean, all we really want over here is fishing and some housing where we can get some people into the community. So let's just go like this, and let's just make it skinny. I do want it to be a loop, but that is a loop. Well, now it is. All right, and we could put a yard right there, and we just need to have our grumpus block touch that somewhere, and we could actually put the water back here if we wanted. That's probably the easiest thing. Let's think about architect and fire for this block, and then let's put our water for a block down here, and we'd want something like and we'll probably put some entertainers like a dance school and conservatory and juggler school in here. So let's just make this a little less silly. Let's make it at least 2 wide so it has some capacity to help us. We could put juggler schools down here, dance school here, conservatory here, fishing, And all that is just so that we can have some entertainment for this block. And we can just do any old shape of block we like here. I think we'll have like maybe recruiting. I can start right there, like that, with a road that comes out and goes and touches this, but the actual end of it's there. Yeah, that works. And we'll put water right here, and then we just need like 25 out through here. So something like that. And that would be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to 45. All right, let's just put a road block like there. And that will be our block on this side. And I think to get the business going, we're really going to have to recruit heavily over here too. So, and of course, one option we could have taken to speed things up would be to go down here, but see, there's no water. If there had been any water, I mean, this is the closest we could get. But we could have put a block right there to really speed up the recruiting, but I'm happy with this the way it is. It looks fine to me. All right, so over here, we're going to want bazaar, school, mortuary. We're going to want architect, fire, police. We're going to want the two gods. Talk and go 1, 2, 3. We'll put a doctor here. And then Osiris, that's Ta, right? Yep. Osiris can go up here in the corner. Beautiful. We'll save space for 1, 2, 3 for a courthouse if we decide to go that way. And we'll just start putting housing in here. Of course, it's an odd number, but that's all right. Tax collector, and then we can put housing out through here. And that's an odd number, so it's not we're getting a lot of odd numbers. That's all right. We don't need 1,000 houses here. We're just trying to get some housing. I'd actually like, shoot, it's a little tight. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just do it. Undo that. Go here like that. And 1, 2, 1. Oh, I see what's wrong. That's for the courthouse. Forget this. We'll forget the courthouse for now. 2. Let's let this run for a second. 1, 2, 2, 2, like that. Okay. So we're starting to get some people now. Let's set up our industries and our trade routes. So we'd like to have the ones who are going to buy linen. Yep. We'd like to have the one that's going to buy beer and linen for sure. Yep. We'd like the one that's going to buy beer. Yep. And I think there's another one for linen. So they're going to buy paint. They're going to sell henna. We'll do the paint in a minute after we have some money. Let's just do those guys. So let's have, and we need our farming for sure. We should have done that first. Let's do barley. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to have 8. 6 should be able to feed 8. They should make like 4,800. 8 would be 5. Now we're going to do one more. One more farm. Like that. And our roads. Shoot. Alright. We're going to scoot this up one so we can get a road there. And have a road like this. and a road like this. I'd like a work camp. Right there. Okay. Third barley. Let's do flax. And because we can't make anything that we can just immediately start making, you know, we're going to wait on the cycle for the farming. We're going to probably have a year of nothing. That's why I'm glad there's a little extra money here. Okay, sorry, I had a little interruption there. Let's see if we can get that going. We want to make sure that Doc still is going out on the right road. Yes, he is. And then we want a road here. Road here. Like that. And irrigation in the middle. Okay, so that's flax, that's barley, good deal, good deal. And we'll put this will accept all barley. This will accept all flax. And we need a work camp over here. So let's take one, put it right there with a roadblock there. And yeah, let's run this and see what we got. Okay, these are all evolving into sturdy huts. They're getting water, that's good. I didn't do anything with the overseer of workers. I want to see what this number comes up to. And we need to set up, it doesn't matter for him, but we need to set up export our beer, export our linen. I think that's quite literally all we can do right now. It is, and let's go. Let's see what happens here with our numbers. Workers. Oh, we have unemployed. Well, yeah, but we haven't set up our industries yet, and we've actually got a little bit of flax, a little bit of. So let's do the linen industry. How much we got? How much did we get? Flax, about almost 1,000. That'd be 5 of the 6. We could just go ahead and set up the linen industry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the beer we got almost nothing. So we'll just. Oh, I forgot to irrigate it. Okay. And we're going to need to be able to accept all beer. Accept all linen, and okay, the gods are kind of in their usual neutral to start kind of thing, and we definitely want to have. Where do we want that? I don't want it there. It's in the way. That I'm talking about is the festival square. We definitely want to get these guys started. I think we'll just no, don't want it there either. I think we're just going to put it out here, kind of in the middle of nowhere for now. Maybe we'll move it later. Okay. We need one because we want to have a festival to Ra. Okay. And we want to have a festival to Osiris, and we're going to have a festival to Ta. What else we got going on here? Yeah, how much unemployment do we have? We still have 61. Is that true? Those people started working 0. We don't really have anybody else coming. All right, so I think for those 2 blocks we've tapped out. I don't want to. We could dig deeper into our money, but I don't want to. Let's go. Let's go to our workers and let's say stock and distribution, food and farming, production and hygiene. So the productions are our money makers. Food and farming, so that we'll get people out there in those fields. Without them, our production won't work. Stock and distribution, so we can move the stuff around and distribute it, and hygiene, so we can make sure we keep get these sturdy huts and have our medical care, so we don't end up with disease. So we should be good with that. Okay. And that being said, now we're going to go with our beer. Well, we're going to put 1 beer in anyway. Here we go. Now we're seeing some linen coming. We're set up to export it. Should get a ground trader coming up here, a caravan coming in one of these days. And I'll tell you what. Another thing we can do. Let's not wait on this. Let's go oil. Importing to maintain 1,600. We can only do 1,500 a year anyway. Somebody wants linen. Great. Of course, they want the one that's going to make us some money. That's okay. At least we've got it. We should be able to just do that. Well, it says we got 0 of 50. All right, hang on. There's 1,200 linen right there. It thinks we have 0. You think that's right? Now, I don't know if it's I wonder if it's already spoken for by the trader. I bet it is. Yeah, it was already, as far as the game was concerned, that dude had already bought that linen. All right, fine, be that way. Okay, so let's go festival to Osiris. See if we can get a good harvest or a good inundation or something. There, we just bought the oil. That's probably
our long and dangerous trek here was for
that's the whole year's worth. We're not going to be able to buy any more this year. I think we'll hold off on doing anything else with that. Here we go. Here comes quite a bit of. Okay, hold on. So now let's do our 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's go. Architect and fire. Okay, trade more than usual. Okay, so go watch this. If we switch over to another year, I'm going to make it import 3,200 oil. And let's just see a little bit of this sold, and then we'll declare this first one a success. I'm liking how it's going so far. Now we've got this linen. It says we have 0. Now come on. I'm going to stockpile that linen. All right. Now do we have 0? Oh, come on. We have it. It's sitting right there. Okay, here's a whole bunch more. All right. Now we got 400. See, he bought a bunch. I think the problem was he was already there, so to speak. He was already on the map, ready to trade before we stockpiled. So once he starts down the road, it's his. There we go. We can do it anyway. All right, we're good. And we will stop stockpiling. All right, this is looking good. This is looking good. Oh, it's a new year. Before I go, I will say let's import to maintain 3,200, a full stockyard, so we can get this year's import of 1,500, right? And we're going to call that a good start because we've got our work is just dead on. Everybody's fully staffed. Stop. We've got our two exports going. We've gotten a quick start on the oil, quicker than ever before. Okay, good start. In the next episode, I'll show you what I've got in mind for getting our manor houses and making better use of this guy who has no people. Has no people. How could that be? Can you not get down here? There, he just walked right by it. He didn't quite make it. That's interesting. We'll have to fix that in the next episode. Easy fix, because it's kind of where we want to go next anyway. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Pharaoh, A New Era video. Thank you.